Alright, so today we're going to go over some basic tools that electricians use in the workforce and out in the field, starting with some troubleshooting equipment and then some hand tools. And I'm going to name them off as we go along. Okay, so the first tool is a pipe cutter. It's normally used for cutting EMT and it's adjustable. So you can cut 1/2 inch up to 3/4 inch, 1 inch, whatever you want to cut. This is a leveler, a torpedo level. It's magnetic, as you can see, so you could stick it on top of a metal box, make sure the boxes are level. This tool right here is a Romex cutter, and it's the easy way to cut Romex. It makes it very convenient. You use this little metal pin in the middle inside, and you just run it through and it'll cut the non-metallic sheathing off the Romex. Then you got your Phillips head and flathead screwdrivers. You guys are familiar with those. This is a reamer, and it could do 1/2 inch EMT, 3/4, 1 inch, all the way up to 1 inch. And this is removable, so if this gets worn out, you could buy a new one of these and put that on there like that. So this is a reamer. These are your lineman pliers. These are heavy duty for cutting multiple wires at one time. You could possibly do maybe some larger gauge wire. Also, you could use the top of the lineman pliers to pull out nails or screws or what have you. Here are some needle nose pliers. These are also could be used to be cutting wire here. Also using the tip of the needle nose pliers to maybe pull out some other smaller nails. These are wire strippers. These are probably the most commonly used tool for electrician. And we used this in the last video, but you could strip wire from 16 gauge all the way to 8 gauge here. And then also right here is where you crimp your wires together with these plastic fittings. Then we get to here. These are just your basic wire cutters. These are just cut wire. Nothing really else you could use for those. And then these are channel locks. You've used these before. Plumbers use these. Basically every type of tradesmen use these type of tools. They're adjustable, so you can move them as so. And then these are electrical tape, tape measure, and a hammer with a waffle head right there. Then to the instruments, a really convenient and commonly used electrician tool is this device here. This is to test receptacles or outlets, as you guys call them. GFCI also. So it says right here has different lights that show up. So here you got open ground, which is the middle yellow, open neutral, which is the right yellow, all turned off, all blank is open hot. Then you got a hot ground reverse, which is the red light on and this yellow on. Then you got a hot neutral reverse, which is just the yellow, this yellow light and this red light on. And then if it's correct, red light's off and then the 2 yellows are on. And then once you have it plugged in, I'll actually show you later, but you can even test the GFCI by pressing this button. It'll trip the GFCI like that. On to the next is a Fluke 117. This thing is very commonly used. Here are your test leads for hot, neutral. Then here, open up, take this baby up. You put common, hot, right there. And you can test voltage, AC, DC voltage. You can test ohms, resistance, otherwise called. Then you can test your amperage as well on the bottom. So that's what that's used for. Then here's another easy use tool. Actually, I probably use this tool more than I use the Fluke 117. This is the Fluke 117. This is called a solenoid tester. And what I do with this is I put the black lead into there like that. So I hold it like this. I put this on a grounded surface, and then I put this to a hot. And this will test voltage only. And it's very convenient, very easy to use. It's really easy to take out and travel with. Just pop it out, put it to ground, put it on hot, and then right here you got your AC voltage, 120, 240, 480, 600. It goes all the way up to 600. Then your DC on this side, 120, 240, 600. It goes all the way up to 600 volts DC as well. And when you put it on, actually I may show you in a later time, but when you test it, you can actually feel it vibrate, and you'll see a little yellow thing pop up, and the yellow bar will indicate what voltage is at. Then to carry all my tools when I'm walking around a house or a commercial building, I put all my tools in this. This is what I use. This is a Klein Tools bag, and I put my electrical tape on here like that, so it's easy for me to reach, and I put all my tools in there and whatnot. Alright, so I'm going to show you the receptacle tester right here. So this is how you'd use it. All you would do is plug it in, and you can see 2 yellows are on, red is off. That means it is correct. If this was a GFCI, I would press the button to make sure that it trips correctly, and that's all you would do with that. Okay, so this is how you would use the Fluke 117 here. This is the Fluke 117. This is a live panel, or what we call a hot panel. So you switch it to AC volts. Right there, the V with the swervy S on top. That's AC voltage, and this is what this panel is using. It's using AC voltage. So then you could take your common black, put it on, the little clip on the back. Then you take it, then you go to a grounded part. This is a neutral bus bar right here on the side. So that's grounded, so we could put our common on there. All right, so here we go. We're gonna put it on there. Then these little screws right here are all hot on the sides of these breakers. So let's test this 20 amp breaker right here. It should be at 120. So here we go. We're gonna put the black lead on the screw in there, and then if you get closer, I'll turn on the light here. Look at the screen of this right here. So you can see it's 122.5 volts. That's exactly where we want to be for that. So that's what it looks like. Take it off and it goes back to 0. All right. All right, this is the solenoid voltage tester here. Only volts, right? So do the same thing. You put the common lead in this clip right here, so you can hold it better. Put it on the neutral bus bar, the grounded bar right here. Put it on the screw inside here, and then take a look at the screen here. You see that the red is indicating that it's getting voltage through, and then on the top right here there's an orange bar on top. It's at 120. If I take it away, it bounces back down to 0. Put it back on, that orange bar moves to 120, and this thing is actually, it's vibrating a little bit because there's voltage flowing through it. So I can feel it kind of vibrate too, but yeah. So take it off, there you go.